Here I would like to talk about the lost cubit measurement. And the lost cubit measurement was found by one of Slim's and our good scientist friend, Hans Becker. And Hans was doing the math. He was looking at the 19 available meter links, and he said at that time they didn't have just 19, they had 20. So where's the 20th measurement? And so Hans found the missing measurement, the lost cubit. And if you have two rings that are about the same size, the smaller one is sacred, S for small for sacred, L for larger for lost. Okay, so those two, if you have two, it's obvious the larger one is the lost cubit. The sacred cubit has a frequency of 144 megahertz. The lost cubit has a frequency of 177. Now, we assume that the reason why this measurement was not in the scripture found is that this one the properties were supporting longevity and rejuvenation, and they wanted that not for the public available, but only for the pharaohs and its closest. So this is what we are thinking. What's the difference between the sacred cubit that seems to work more with the physical, and this one seems to work way above, also helping with mental emotional issues, and as well as rejuvenation and maybe longevity. So the lost cubit also fits over most people's heads. So when you have some problems, you can put it over your head, and it seems to help staying focused and helping you to stay in your own energy. We also, and this is my favorite one, we have it with a heavier wire, and this one has been used for manifestation. And one of our associates, she loved to wear that as jewelry, and she was wearing it over her head as a jewelry when she was having dinner with her sisters and her mother, and they were talking about her dad who passed away some time ago. And so our associate, she was determined that she has daddy's eyes. And so she would like say, no, I have daddy's eyes. And the next morning, she was going to put makeup on, and she couldn't anymore, because she looked in the mirror to find that she actually had daddy's eyes now. And so what she wanted to say was that she had his eye color, but now she all of a sudden had the shape of her eyes the way that her daddy's eyes were, and so there was no space for her to put her beautiful makeup on as she was used to. And she's also very intuitive, and she connected the dots, and she said this could only have happened because of this ring. So what she did, put the ring back on, and very strongly the same emphasis as she had the night before. When she was claiming she had daddy's eyes, she said, I have my own eyes back. And she said it took her about 3 days and her eyes were back to her normal shape. So another reason, when we were telling in a workshop about the manifestation power, because people used it, they would hold it like that, and they would speak to what they want to have manifested. Another associate of ours, car was stolen in Houston, Texas. And for those of you who haven't been there, Houston is just this huge city, like a little town in itself. And so she thought, oh, Slim said this is manifestation ring. So she was speaking through the ring, you know, for the best of all, I want my car to be found before midnight tonight. And about 2 to 3 weeks later, she got her car back. And so she was like, didn't work so well, right? But she was checking when with the police when the car was actually found, and it was found 1:45 the day it was stolen. However, the person who put her number plate in made a type error, and so she didn't get her car back until 2 to 3 weeks later. So be careful what you wish for. If she would have said, I want to have my car back, you know, before midnight tonight, she might have gotten it back the same night. So anyway, we have other people who used it for manifesting their apartment in a area where you just don't get one, and it always happens. So, you know, I think what all the light life rings are doing, they are supporting to bring more life force energy in. And I think when your own life force energy is just a little low, then this is a good way to amp it up, okay? So I'm not saying you gotta have a ring to be able to manifest, okay? However, sometimes we need a little support, and this is a good way of doing it. So we also have the lost cubit in a 3.5 cubit size, and this one comes with 5 beads. We used to make the large rings only with 3 beads, but then Slim told us from where he is now that we should put another 2 beads on it, because that seems to help us with making the transition into the 4th or 5th dimension we are moving to. So what you can do with this ring is you can sit in there for meditation. You can clean your energy field going all over your body. You can just go back and forth and just clean your head if you came from a conference or the mall or anywhere where there are a lot of people. And yeah, I like to sit in there just to calm down. Sometimes we have too much going on, and it's really like, you know, you can just let go, and it's very, very supportive for that. So this is our 3.5 sacred lost cubit, but we also have the 3.5 in the heavy available for sacred cubit.